Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. Welcome to another exciting episode of Lucius Showcase. This week, we're taking a look at the next-gen, but not next-gen exclusive, Dying Light 2, Stay Human. So, I haven't played the first one. I really had no interest in playing this game. I found a sale on Twitter for it from like Wario64 or Great, one of those people. Walmart was doing it for $30, and because I still had Walmart Plus from getting the PS5, I figured why not? We'll do it. Get some free shipping. See what it's like. I'm looking for PS5 games to play. Picked it up. Played this immediately after Horizon Forbidden West, and yet again, another game that's chock full of that Ubisoft game design with tall towers that unlock parts of the map, items everywhere, different things, kind of like Spider-Man with little points where you find parkour challenges. But what makes this game really unique is that, yeah, it's a zombie game, but the zombies are kind of not really that main line and center. You don't have to have played the first one to jump right into it. I didn't play the first one, had no bearings on this world, what was going on. You start off as a guy named Aiden. I'm not sure if this is the person from the first one. I don't think it is. I don't even know if this is the same town from the first one. And you're a pilgrim. Pilgrims are these people that live outside of the main cities, and you kind of do all this world travel and everything. You're bringing a message. You're badass people. So you get into the city, you're on a mission, you're looking for your sister. You guys were separated 15 years ago at the offset of the outbreak. You were getting experimented on, blah, blah, blah. The weakest part of this game, in my opinion, is the story. Story I have no interest in whatsoever. Everything else you do is monumentally more interesting, dealing with the different groups of survivors and the peacekeepers, seeing what the different dynamics are, or just investigating random places. And of course, the thing that makes this game the most fun, the jibs, whatever you call it, ripping through fools, because it's all melee based. There's a little bit of arrow combat, but really I just focused on the melee, and you can behead, cut people in half, dismember, not just the zombies too, the humans. And when you're fighting off against the enemy humans and you're having a big fight and then suddenly whack, you knock their head off. Oh, so satisfying. I always talk about one of my favorite moments from Skyrim was I got the ability to behead people randomly with a two-hander, and I did a quest where I was trying to find a guy's wife at the top of a tower. Found her. She didn't want to come back. Said, I don't like my husband. She turned into like some witch creature. I killed her. Go downstairs, tell the husband, hey man, I'm sorry, I had to kill her. He attacks me, and then wham, beheaded. And that was probably within my first 5 hours of playing it, or 10 hours of playing it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is fun. And that's what it's like. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I know it's really disturbing. I love cutting fools in half, but it's video games. What do you expect? I wouldn't want to have this happen in real life. And some of these people are genuine asshats that deserve to get destroyed. So it is really, really satisfying when you have these evil people going around hurting people and just be like, no, I will take you down. Whack! And then you just rip them in half like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's incredible. But that is the most enjoyable part of the game. Is the combat is kind of clunky. The movement, it's parkour based, so you can jump anywhere. You can grab onto any ledge. It's very fun to do. But it's not perfect. Like everything in the game, it's nowhere near as polished as Horizon Forbidden West felt, but doing the side quests, being in the world, learning about the world, I found a lot more interesting than Horizon Forbidden West. Go figure. I got more invested in this world. Now, it didn't last, because unfortunately the story is nowhere near that interesting. It's kind of all over the place, but middle part of the game, early part of the game, towards the end of the game, it's pretty interesting. And the choices you make actually do matter. Now, they don't matter that much, because at the end of the thing, you leave the city, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, it's really who you're going to leave the city in the hands of, the survivors or the vigilantes or whatnot. But it's funny enough, these choices do hold weight, and they do matter, and they do affect the playthrough. You can decide if someone lives or dies. You can decide to go back for someone. You can decide to help someone who's getting it cured, or you can go after the bad guy. Now, they will circumvent the decision every once in a while, where you'll decide, like, oh, I'm going to save you. But then, like, X person shows out of nowhere and saves them. So it's like, oh, so I made a decision that didn't really actually matter. But they don't do it that much. At least, I don't know. I didn't play through it multiple times. And I inadvertently got the golden ending, which was pretty cool. There's Rosario Dawson's in this as a character she's very interesting, though it is one of those things where she's a little bit of a loose cannon, and everyone talks about how great she is, but it's just like, okay, like it's just like she'll show up at the end. Like, it's one of those, I get these in missions where you go through and you do all this crazy crap, and you get to the tower that no one was able to do, and then you turn around and like she's there, or Hakan's there, or someone else is there. I'm like, oh, so you could do it too. Why is everyone putting everything on me? Then when I finish it, then you just show up out of the blue, and I don't know, I feel like there's too many plot devices moving it forward. They're trying to that's what I mean. They're trying to force you to like her as far as romantically. You want her and Aiden to get together, and I just really didn't care. I'm trying to play the game. I'm not trying to get a tacked on love story here, and that's what I'm getting at. Is they really tried to make you want to fall in love with her character, which I liked her character. She was a cool character, but it's like I don't need to couple off everybody. I liked Hakan more. He was a cool guy, and he just disappears. Like, they have two sections. They have Old Villador, and then they have downtown. And really, once you leave Old Villador, when you come up with the decision to either help the survivors or help the whatnot, you end up in downtown. You're there most of the time. But the movement's fun. You get a paraglider. You get more breath. Like, it's the same game. It's amazing how many times I played this particular flavor of game. This one just has zombies, great jib effects, and being able to jump off rooftops and whatnot. So it was fun while playing it, but I gotta say, the ending, the last boss fight is not, like, the combat really shows how weak it is on the last boss fight, because it is so tiresome and irksome. Weapons break, by the way, and you're constantly picking up new ones. You're constantly going into danger zones. You have zombies that you can't kill. There's mechanics to the world where you're deciding water towers or electrical stations, and it seems like I wanted to, like, you want to favor one side, but no matter what you do, I always feel like it's pulling you to the survivor side of the spectrum. But yeah, it is what it is. Enjoyable. Worth it for $30, worth it for $20 for sure. I would not get this for full release. It doesn't feel smooth enough. Like, the combat, the mechanics, I feel like I'm playing almost a janky PC port, PUBG type thing. Like, it feels like it's so, like, it's funny, it's so refined at some points, but then you just get in there and it's like you can't get around, and it's just clunky feeling. So yeah. But as far as Dying Light 2 goes, enjoyed it. I'm glad to have played it. I enjoyed playing through it. The choices meant something more than definitely in Horizon. But if I had to pick between which one was a better game, even though I probably had more fun with Dying Light 2, probably would recommend Horizon over it. But God, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably still, I personally prefer to play Dying Light 2 just because I really enjoy the combat sucks, but when you kill stuff, it's hilarious. Alright guys, well anyways, that's what you get for today. It's been so nice getting a hold of you. Take care.